Yo, what's up everyone? Today I'm going to be talking about Khamzat Chimaev, whether he is overrated, whether he is as good as advertised, who he is fighting next. I'm going to talk about Rainier Dritter, my GOAT, losing versus Brendan Allen, and about what I think of how long Khamzat will actually hold his belt. First off, bro, obviously I just baited you with the title. Obviously Khamzat Chimaev is not overrated. He's a champion in the biggest division or in the biggest organization in the world. So obviously he's not overrated. How would that even work? Though. So that question is answered. Second off, who is he facing next? I think this one's pretty obvious. I don't think I'm breaking any news here. It's my GOAT, Nasruddin Imavov, guys. I really like this fighter. I really like this guy. He's a very good striker. Good takedown defense, good grappling as well. Very, very high level guy. Obviously in the grappling and the wrestling he's not on the level of Khamzat, but Khamzat also not on the level of Nasruddin in the striking either. Like I said, I really like this guy because I feel like he has what it takes to beat a guy like Khamzat. I'm not saying he beats him 100% or whatever. I'm just saying he has what it takes. He has improved cardio. I'm going to talk about that a bit later, but he is the better striker. Has good movement. Is a smarter fighter in my opinion. And he isn't scared to go in there and just fight Khamzat. So I really like this guy. Another reason why I like this guy, which honestly I'm a bit biased, is because I look at this guy on the right with the Chips GG shirt. That's me. And on the left, obviously, is Nasruddin Imavov. I absolutely destroyed this guy, bro. Killed this guy. He was not on my level at all, bro. Alright, it wasn't that bad. I did beat him. But, I'm just making it a bit worse than it is. So, it's still 11, right? I beat him like 11 to 6 to 7. 6, 7. Anyway, I beat him like 11 to 6. And then he's telling me like, oh, play this guy, which was one of his friends you see in the back playing. He's like, play this guy, he's good. So I'm like, okay, let's play. So we're playing. It was like 1-0 for me, 2-0. And at some point, like in ping pong, if you know, you just talk a bit of shit, to each other. So I'm like, brother, come on. Nasruddin said you're a good player, come on. And then I was like, it was 3-0, 4-0, and I was starting to speak French to him because all these guys are French, right? So I'm speaking French to him. I'm like saying the score like 4-0 and that kind of stuff. So I'm talking mad shit to this guy. It was all in good fun, It wasn't like, I was just rage baiting him a bit. And he's like, all right, okay, let's play. But he's a young guy, and like maybe 30 something. I was destroying him, and at the end I beat him. And I was talking mad shit still, right? And then just to come to find out that he's Nasruddin's manager, bro. I'm never in my life getting an interview with Nasruddin, bro. Never in my life, unfortunately. It was very fun, and I feel like it's kind of worth it because it was fun. But yeah, just a lesson for you guys: don't talk shit until you know who it is. But whatever. I beat Imavov, I beat his manager, and of course we had to take a picture, to show some respect. Imavov is a calm 6'4". I'm like you can see I'm an inch or two shorter, so I'm 6'2", something like this. Now I'm 6 feet, but still not bad. Anyway, we're talking about this beast, Khamzat Chimaev, this scary guy. If he stands in front of you like this, bro, what are you doing? Me personally, I'm just fighting, bro, for my life. I'm losing, but I'm fighting for my life. This is not what this is about at all. Anyway, we'll go to the Tapology page, right? 15-0, good shiny record, representing the UAE, but we all know he's Russian, he's Chechen. 31 years of age, just getting into his prime, which is scary. He hasn't fought for some time in between 2022 and 2023. Over a year with no fight, and then once again the same thing between 2023 and 4. But now he is somewhat more active, which is good to see. He beat DDP obviously with an unanimous decision, one unanimous decision and everybody is calling you a boring fighter, which is weird. And the thing is, Khamzat really wanted to make it more of a fun fight, but Arman Tsarukyan didn't let him. He told him, just stick to the game plan, take him down. This is for the title. You don't have to make every fight fun. That's exactly what he did. Finished the fight, the full 25 minutes, got the belt. And now, next up is Nasruddin Imavov. I'm going to tell you guys this. It's probably going to be in January. It's probably going to be January 17th in LA, because from what I've heard, that the first pay-per-view of 2026 is going to be in LA, just like it was in 2025. Khamzat trains in LA, so it makes all the sense in the world. And you know what also would make sense, low-key, what would make sense is if Khamzat or Arman wins, right, which is very probable. He fights in about a month, and then you put him in January against Ilya Toptura, bro. That would... I mean, they're probably going to give it to Paddy Pimblett, and they're probably not going to make these guys fight on one card, but it would be sick. I would absolutely love this fight, but, whatever. We're talking Khamzat Chimaev now, and, also a nice record, 17-4, 29 years of age. So he is reaching his prime at this point on a nice 5-fight win streak, low-key 6, because he was beating Chris Curtis up until I think it was Clash of Heads this was. And Chris Curtis is faulting Nasruddin for this, but low-key, bro, Curtis has a lot of clashes of heads lately. The same with Kevin Gastelum, and not really Imavov's fault in my opinion, but whatever. 5-fight win streak is looking very good, better each time. Dominated Dulidze. I don't know how this was a majority decision, because he dominated him. Then knocked out Jared Cannonier, early stoppage in my opinion. Brendan Allen, he beat him after a tough first round. Knocked out Israel Adesanya, which was very impressive. And then Caio Borralho, fairly dominant. Basically 49-46 or 50-45 even. And the thing is, you can see that this guy's cardio is improved, right? Because I remember his fight versus Phil Haas, he was very tired. Against Buckley, he was getting tired. Against Strickland, he got tired. Against Dulidze, was getting better, but it's more of this fight in between Cannonier and Allen where they found out that this guy actually has asthma. That's what his manager told me. And this is why his cardio was way worse than it is now. They fixed this issue. They're working on this issue. Obviously, he has the inhaler and everything. So now his cardio is supposed to be better. And it looked very good against Brendan Allen. It looked very good against Caio Borralho. So that's the one thing that people are talking about, right? That's the only weakness that Khamzat has, which is the cardio. So the thing is, Imavov would probably have to survive round 1, survive the early part of round 2, and from then on he could make it close and he could make it gritty and start working on his striking. Obviously, like we said, Imavov has the much better striking. I think that's very clear, much more technical. I don't know if he has more power, but the way he lands is way cleaner, way better defensively and offensively. Well, Khamzat is just he just goes out there, he throws. Well, Imavov is like, you can see it here, the sniper, bro. This guy is so good against Caio. He made it look easy, even though Caio is very good. Caio is very good in the grappling, in the striking. His striking has really improved, but it didn't look close to Imavov's. So I think that Imavov should really use his footwork and defend the takedowns, obviously, and just get him out of there in the later rounds. Decision could obviously be possible, but I don't know, man. It's a tough fight. If Imavov wins, it would have to be in the later rounds, obviously, but we still don't know how his cardio will hold up if it's against Khamzat, because Gilbert Burns has a good gas tank, and he was just as tired as Chimaev in that fight. Kamaru Usman also looked tired, although he did look better in round 3. but he also looked tired against Khamzat, man. So you just don't know how people react when they're fighting Khamzat. The cardio there is different because you have to hold off such a strong guy. But ultimately, if I had to give a prediction, obviously Khamzat will probably be -4, -500, but I really see a way for Imavov to win here. I think that he is smart enough to recognize, like, hey, these are my problems. I just saw him put DDP in a crucifix for 5 rounds, so I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna work on the grappling defense. I'm gonna work on getting off of the cage. I'm gonna work on not giving up my back. And you know, the first round you're gonna get taken down by Khamzat. That's just what it is. You're gonna get taken down. But maybe make it hard on him with the good footwork, with, like MMA Guru said, with the way you fall once you get taken down, right? Make sure you're up against the cage. Make sure don't give up your back, and make him tired a bit. Make him work. And I think that Imavov has a good team. He has a very good head coach, Nicolas Ott. I'm really impressed with this guy as well. Very, very good coach. Don't sleep on this guy as well. I think that Imavov can get it done, guys. I am glazing a bit because I know him personally now. Very nice guy. So I am making this pick with a bit of glaze. So take it with a pinch of salt. But I'm going with Nasruddin, the sniper, Imavov, to beat Khamzat Chimaev, to become the champion January 17, 2026. So my prediction is Imavov, and that it's going to be UFC 324 in January, LA. Let's go for that.